Hello. Good morning, everybody. Everybody good? Everybody all right? Oh well, my normal people would know that. Yeah, these days I'm hardly on. Like in the morning, I'm still here a little bit, and then after that, yeah, I'm sorry, but these days it's like still had this freaking thing to figure out with the current, cause the dude still ain't come back yet, and then this thing with my aunt. Yeah, so these days I'm just yeah, I gotta yeah. By Monday, I hope just back to normal. But this thing with my aunt especially, yeah. In any case, did you hear that what Putin had to say about Finland and Sweden if NATO decides to enter there? I agree. Why? Because Sweden and Finland is more closer to Russia. It's Russia's business. And Russia sees through the game of what America's trying. Very nice to see. It was just on Facebook. They're saying a lot of places want to cut America out. But it's not only America. You see, like I was saying a long time, America is the fall guy for Europe. Don't forget that. Did you hear of Instagram blocking stuff like abortions? Well, they're playing on the thing. And this is how they do it. You really got to think when making certain decisions with the bastards. Because here I have put, well, I agree with what they're doing in the situation because I against abortions. But it's still on the people at the end of the day. And this is another form of censorship. But it's one I think should be allowed. Problem is, if we allow them now to say that it's okay because that's abortions, that gives them now the right again to be censoring or banning almost all things. You see, it should be left open, even though I would like to say, those things should be, you know, because the whole thing with the act that they passed, it says even if you raped or whatever, that you still can't take the abortion. Now, you see, in certain situations, there should be exceptions made. But in all cases, it's still your choice at the end of the day. Even like me, I would still rather say, like even if it was to say now the dude had raped you and blah, 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 it's still life. So even if you don't want the child, that is now a child you put up for abortion. You don't just throw away life. That's no longer are you, no matter how it comes about. You don't know God's plan. Nothing happens for no reason. And a child should not be the freaking cost of that, because they are really the innocents in it. You had to learn something. Maybe you was dressing too promiscuous. Maybe that person actually needs to face freaking karma and get called out and locked up. God was just using you to go through it because he knew maybe you were strong enough to go through it. But this is the thing though. People like to talk about God, but you don't know God. Until you've been living and going through your thing every day, that you really got a reason to believe and all of that, and not just that people tell you a bunch of things, you don't know God. Did you know they are calling the time this president of the Philippines the start of a new era? Do you agree? Well, according to his speech, I would say yeah. I had watched this one. This one is some, I don't remember the name, but they said that his father was ousted way back when for standing up for the people. And now the son is coming and he's standing up for the people. And this is the problem with them displacing us. Because there's a lot of us that don't know really what we come from. It could be royalty, it could be nobles, it could just be leaders, it could be craftsmen, But all of us come from a people that was all everybody was doing something. How come it is that we now got nothing? You see, this is why you gotta look back and see what your people was about. Did you hear Norway accuse Russia of cyber attack? I think that's just American propaganda. I don't think Russia wouldn't be so stupid as to give these people a reason now to go and say some stupidness like this. They ain't gonna do it. Why? They're winning. They have no reason to do this. A loser would be doing things like this to try and bring down the winner still. And who is it still pushing for the war even though they lost? Okay then. It's very simple. Did you know Russia has returned over 100 Ukrainian soldiers and even left one of Ukraine's city? They had even given back that money for the children. You see, Russia still attempted to make up for their bit of the war crimes. Like when they attacked the mall so they was wrong for that. But they are also still the first ones in history that I've seen that actually gave something back to the losers. Just these losers are too freaking, yeah, yeah, stupid to even acknowledge and accept that because they want more money, because you want to still be a freaking puppet. And see, he should roll back in and move it up to 50% that they're controlling. Did you see the president of Guyana giving a ridiculous speech about he is willing to sacrifice everything for a unified Guyana? Hey, listen, right now all this man needs to do is step up and give justice to that 23-year-old. And until he does, well then, like I done said, good luck to him. Because this right here, that's not going to help you. You see, you still think that people all on believe in the foolish words, the pretty words. They ain't threatening your life because they care about if you're ready to sacrifice it or not. They're letting you know, hey, listen, now it's time for you to step up and handle business. What you are showing them is you ain't ready to step up and handle business. So, yeah, you best be looking for your retirement if you at least still want to. Anyhow, I ain't going to say that piece. But, yeah, handle your business. Deal with that cop. Make sure he faces jail. He gets sued. He gets fired. Your people will start to respect you. It would also put a big thing out there for police that they got to stop their foolishness. It would be good for you. But this road that you're choosing to take about, you just want to talk nice about, oh, you got to sacrifice your life. And hello, one of your citizens is dead. People elect you because you're supposed to take care of them. Don't give a damn what happens to you, especially if you only could act like a coward that don't even care about your citizens. Well, then we gotta show you what it is and make an example of you so that the next leader that comes knows what the people is about and know that you better do your job. It's not about you. It's about your people. That's the problem. A lot of the leaders that are there, they're thinking about themselves and their pockets instead of the people. Well, that's on the people. Like, glad to see Guyana. Yeah. Did you hear of another young mother of a 5-year-old son was also killed and stuffed into a garbage bag? And this was done by a soldier. So, and this is in Guyana again. So this dude, he got some business to handle. What do you think would be a fair sentencing fitting to that in India? Because that's a tough one, boy. That they saying is basically a terroristic act. And yeah, I agree. That does need to be a heavy crime. I mean, a heavy punishment. But yeah, what? Because listen, the thing with life is, even life still gives you the chance to learn from your mistakes. So people should not be able to just lock people up like that. Like anybody that been to jail, any real person that been to jail knows exactly how jail is. Like me, I only been to jail for 2 weeks. Just 2 weeks. Them 2 weeks was enough for me to really know, like, look, this is not no, you know, it's not to say like it's something hard to do. It's just, it's a waste of time. It's a literal waste of time. Ain't nothing going on. Ain't nothing you could do. You really shut out from the world. That is really being played heavily on, especially in poor countries like the Spanish countries. And man, the whole thing with jail and all of that really needs to be addressed. It really does. Do you think, like, even this thing with R. Kelly? I mean, Epstein was much worse than R. Kelly. Epstein only did a couple of weeks. His accomplice, so-called, they saying she gonna get more time. But Epstein, he was a ringleader of the shit. R. Kelly did for himself. They ain't put no whole ring on he. They ain't put that he was able to traffic and send people from here to there for rich people and all that. He ain't had all of that. But he got 30 years. Um Epstein, can we say the same about that? So why is this man out? But yeah, you know, he'll be going back though. No worries. Do you think if one island is other another country, so like us under Holland, for example, that another country should be able now then to just freelance there? And this now is about money. So Saber already has money for Holland. And now Saber is going to allow Canada, another place, to come and offer financial help. So now later you'll end up having two places that you owe. And the Sabian government doesn't. But yeah, you know. But yeah, like I was saying, things always get bad, and it's still gonna get. This is bad, but still gonna get a bit worse before it gets better. The last pieces is like the fuel. It's still gonna get a little bit worse. The food is still gonna get a little bit worse. The energy is still gonna get a little bit worse. All three of these things, actually, it's good because the worse they all get, the more people will start pushing for them. They will maybe start studying. They will maybe start looking around more and listening to other people, you know. But eventually, there's more and more people coming out every day. Like I was saying last year, all of you that want to run from the truth, just know everywhere you look is the truth, you know. But again, very good to see that the world is now starting to get off of America's bullshit because they see exactly what America and the sanctions are doing. Yeah. Next thing is though, we need to handle the energy. We need to handle the fuel. Fuel, hydrocars, water, and steam could be used also. And for the current, we got solar panels and we got windmills. And then there's the normal thing to collect the ether or whatever, you know, the energy that surrounds us. That technology is coming back, and that one is what we really need. Because that one doesn't take anything away from nothing. It's just you build a device and that collects the thing. So it's not like you need to build a whole bunch of solar panels. It's not like you need to build a whole bunch of windmills. But for now, maybe, you know, these things are already here. They can be used. The coal can stop. The oil can stop. No, I want to say, like, Guyana only just got their oil, let me give them this year, give them the rest of this year, leave them get something, and then stop with the oil, because the oil is doing more damage than it's doing good. Anyways, people, this was my questions. Again, sorry for these days, but it's life. I ain't perfect. I ain't there yet. I still going through my things too. You know. Peace. Hope everybody enjoying the weekend. I thank everybody that's still being active in the group. You still doing your thing. Peace. Enjoy your weekend.